think in working on the paper with Jenna, it allowed us to coalesce some thoughts, and I think the most important ones are the realization of how hard it is for creating a really student-centered classroom for a teacher who has, of course, a large number of students. And our role is to identify how can we use modern technologies to make that task, that enormously challenging task of differentiating for different students. And perhaps the biggest takeaway for us is the realization that if we really pay close attention to what are the differences among students, and that we have powerful tools that teachers can really use to differentiate so that they're not having to do it at home at night, then I think the best thing that can happen is the realization that these differences among students are an asset, not a liability in the classroom. Right now for teachers, managing the difference among their students is really one of the biggest backbreakers. And so as a result, we try to standardize the students, make them almost all the same if we can. And it's a bad thing for kids, and it's a bad thing for teachers. So I think that the biggest takeaway is to say, actually, that diversity, the difference among kids, is important for our culture, for our future, and that teachers need to be able to celebrate and to expand that variability rather than try to narrow it and find a way that we can get all kids through a single slit. I think everybody here already knew a lot, so it's not a matter of educating them, and I think it's a matter of us forming a common mission and the motivation to pursue that mission, which is to make sure that schools really understand how different kids are, and that by student-centered, we need to recognize that there's not one center there, but that really the centering around individual students is where we'll get the big bang for our buck.